Okay, babe, I heard we're complaining again. Do you know how unattractive complaining is? Like, who wants to be with a person who complains? I know I wouldn't want to be with someone ungrateful. I wouldn't want to be even in my own company if I was complaining and constantly ungrateful. But I think we can all agree that complaining is so simple and easy to do. Like, it's this tiny negative seed, and the choice is yours to either expand it and make it into a big, huge problem, or to not focus on it and instead be grateful and content with your life. Time for a little personal story. This happened to me like 3 days ago, and is part of why I wanted to make this video. So I go to my dance class with these people, and there's this girl that I notice, and I notice that she has something that I like that I don't have. The first thought that goes into my brain, it's like, oh, I wish I had that. But I don't, you know? I wish I had that. But then I started overthinking it and just constantly turning it over and over in my brain, that I started complaining about that I didn't have it, you know? I was like, why don't I have it? Why does she have it? And my friend who was listening to me, she was like, Karolina, you're like the most confident person I know. What's gotten into you? Like, why are you saying all of this? This is so not like you to be complaining. I was like, no, but she has this and I don't have this. She's like, stop. Like, this is not you. You're not rationally thinking. You're just in this negative loop. And then I snapped out of it and I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't know what's gotten into me. But what's gotten into me is that tiny seed of negativity that I decided then to expand into a whole problem, start complaining about it and being ungrateful. But you know, being ungrateful for what you have literally is so disrespectful to yourself and to God. Because the thing you're complaining about, that's the thing you should be grateful for. And guys, I'm telling you, that situation humbled me truly. I learned so much. I was like, yeah, that was low-key embarrassing. Like, yeah, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to be a person who complains. Because, you know, complaining spirit rots the bones, but a happy spirit is a medicine to the soul. And I really want to live by that. And really, it's so true. Like, when you complain, you're making yourself only more miserable. That's why it's a constant choice to not complain and to be grateful instead. But that was a little intro to today's topic. Hi guys, I'm Karolina, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm gonna spill all the cards on complaining. I'm gonna teach you and show you how to deal with it, why we complain, and how to stop. So, if you clicked on this video, you probably need it as much as I do. And yeah, we're gonna all be humbled here, like I was with that situation, but my friend really helped me. So yeah, let's get into it. First things first is you gotta understand complaining is a privilege. When you even have the option to complain, you're already in a privileged state. I want you to imagine this. You get a free ticket to go to another country for a whole month, and you go. But when you get there, nobody tells you that the roof is leaking, there's no food on the table, you're gonna have to wear only rags, and it's really cold, and you find yourself in this poverty-ridden situation, and you don't have enough food. When you do get food on the table, you're so hungry. You're so grateful that you did get food, that you eat it all up, and you're just grateful. You're grateful. You don't have any reason to complain because you're just so glad to see that the food is even there in the first place on the table. So, complaining doesn't even hit your mind. What's so funny to me is that the people who are in need most, who are in poverty countries, who do not have enough food on their table every single day, don't complain as much as privileged people, as people who have everything to be grateful for. It's just so weird to me. How is this even happening? It's so messed up. This is not how it should be. And what doesn't sit right with me is that we, people who have food on our table every single day, who are privileged, who live in comfort, we find every single thing to complain about. Literally, make it a big deal out of nothing. And that's just so sad to me because it's a big society problem. We're teaching ourselves to be ungrateful people, to complain. Literally, you have to go and live in another country for a year and see how other people live and then be grateful because clearly, yeah, it's just embarrassing. It's just embarrassing at this point. But really, do you want to be labeled as a complaining person? Like, I don't know. I really don't. I want to be thought of as a grateful person, as a person who spirit is medicine to other people. Somebody who lifts other people up, not tears it down or gives negative energy out. But literally, guys, it's crazy because 600 million people in the world suffer every single year from poverty, not having enough food on their table, and yet we're here and we're complaining about what we're eating today. When there's literally a Starbucks in every corner, there's so much comfort, we're overindulgent in comfort. America's society is built on people being comfortable. And it's not just about America. I'm just talking about any comfortable country. You don't even have to get up off the couch to get Uber Eats delivered to your door. There's In-N-Out, fast food restaurants on every corner, everywhere you go. So literally, there's so much comfort. There's so much to be grateful for, actually. But for some reason, we're still ungrateful. We're like raised to even be lazy about it, which is so wrong. Like, it should not be this way. I went to Europe 1.5 years ago. And guys, I was hungry. And I was shocked because there was no fast food place to eat at for 30 miles in between the road. There was just no place to eat at. I was like, what is going on? And the restaurants close at 9:30 p.m. There's no DoorDash, no Uber Eats, no late night snacking, no nothing like that. It's like, where is the food? Where is the big trash cans? Because I'm so used to, in America, there's so much comfort. Big trash cans, lots of food, comfort everywhere you go. And I've lived in America for about 11 years. Yeah, I'm so Americanized that I went to Europe and it was just a completely different culture. And I was like, oh my gosh, like people live differently here. So when you compare different cultures together, in the grand scheme of things, you realize that other people live differently. There's not comfort all over the world. Like I told you, there's 600 million people suffering from poverty every single year, and we're out here complaining. This should not be okay. This is embarrassing, okay? And the thing is, we think that complaining will solve our problems. It's an easy escape way out, the fast escape route to blaming something else, to blaming the situation, blaming the problem for how you're feeling. But really, complaining doesn't solve anything. It just makes you miserable. You know, complaining is a trap because when you complain, you let yourself know that I cannot do anything about it. This is out of my control. I cannot fix this. My life sucks, so it's gonna suck till that day I die. But here's the thing. There are things that you can control and that you can change. And if you're complaining about those things, oh, my life is boring. Well, if your life is boring, make it not boring. Do something about it. But there's other things that you can't change. For example, your body type, you know? When you're complaining about your body type and you want somebody else's body type, you're grumbling against God. Because God literally gave you life. He made you the way you are. He made you unique, special. He put thought into you. And you're just disregarding that. You're just being ungrateful. And you know what? When you complain, God's going to take that away. God's literally going to take it away from you. I'm not even kidding. If you keep complaining, being ungrateful, grumbling, God is just going to take it away because He's going to figure you don't need it. Why do you need this in your life if you're so miserable about it? But this thing that you're complaining, you should actually be grateful for it. Your words matter so much. What you say, it goes out to God. It goes out to the universe. Everybody hears it. And you're just out here thinking that it doesn't matter. Like you can just complain. You can just be miserable and nothing will happen. No. God will keep putting you in the same situation over and over again. If you don't change, if you don't realize that you shouldn't complain, God's going to take it away from you. And then it's going to be too late. Like something bad's going to happen. So I'm warning you right now. Please don't do this. Don't. Like this has happened to me. Whenever I would like not be happy with something and I'd complain about it, something bad would happen to me. Literally something bad would happen. And then I would regret it so much that I even uttered those words in the first place. Because your words have weight. They have power. So what you're telling yourself, your brain, it's literally going to happen on a subconscious level. Like, I'm not even kidding. So watch what you say if you don't want it to actually happen. You also got to understand that life is so much better when you truly start to be grateful. And being grateful is a lifestyle. And this is what my mom tells me. Being grateful is a lifestyle. Learning how to be grateful every single day. Finding joy in every single day. Choosing not to complain is a powerful skill that is very cherished. It's very looked upon as really awesome. I'm telling you, not a lot of people know how to do it, but it takes a constant fight with yourself. because as humans, we have the nature to complain, even when everything's great. As I told you before, we're so blessed to have running water, to be able to take a shower, to eat food, but we're still complaining. But you know what? Complaining happens when you have too many options. Oh, I don't like my outfit today. Well, somebody else, they only have one outfit, and they're grateful for that one outfit because they don't have any other outfit. They don't even know that they could have another outfit. But you here out with all these different outfits and you're complaining about your outfit? That does not even matter at the end of the day. That does not even matter what outfit you have. You don't like it? Okay, fine. You'll change it next time. But why be so negative and miserable all the time? So many years ago, I remember my little cousin, he's 5 years younger than me. Many years ago, he used to get really upset about certain things and he would complain a lot. And I would be like, oh, why are you complaining? It's not big of a deal. But when we complain, to us, the situation seems like it's so big. Like it's such a huge problem. Like it's so big and we should be so miserable about it because everything is so horrible. But really, like my friend told me, I wasn't acting like myself and I was complaining so much. What's gotten into me, Because I wasn't thinking rationally. When we complain, we're not thinking rationally. We're just stuck in the negative loop of focusing on the negative, focusing on the problem, making it even a bigger problem. But when you zoom out of yourself and look at the situation from the side, you really realize that was just stupid and dumb to be so upset about that specific thing. I want to tell you, if you're complaining about something that you can't change, like your looks, for example, you're beautiful the way you are. And that doesn't mean that if somebody else has something that you don't have, that's better. That is good. And what you have is good too. You should admire that person from a distance and be like, okay, they're beautiful, but I'm beautiful too. And look at people who are similar to you. If you have, for example, red hair or blue eyes or a specific body type, look at people who have the qualities similar to you and admire that, find joy in that because God made you the way you are for a purpose, for a reason. And there's no point in trying to change yourself to fit a specific stereotype or to be miserable about it and complain because the only person you're hurting really is yourself. So don't do that to yourself. And you know what? Complaining doesn't mean you're honest. Complaining means that you're forgetting how much already is working out for you. It's easy to complain when life is comfortable, when there's food on the table, when tomorrow feels guaranteed. That's how most people act. But life is fragile. And the fact that you are here right now, breathing, alive, standing here, that's not something you should overlook. Gratitude isn't about pretending that everything is perfect, but it's about respecting what you've been already given. Respecting yourself, respecting God, respecting the people around you. Every time you're complaining about something you can't change or you're not willing to change, you start to see your life as a problem, not as a gift. So the next time you catch yourself complaining, ask yourself, is this something I'm about to act on? Or am I just rehearsing dissatisfaction? Because at the end of the day, that's really it. Honestly, you don't need a better life to stop complaining. You just need a better perspective. So choose your perspective. I love you guys so much. Thank you for staying till the end of this video. I hope you learned something new. And if you've ever had humbling situations where you realize that you shouldn't have been complaining so much about something, then comment down below because I love reading your guys' stories. It helps me grow, helps everyone. It helps all of us grow in this community. And yeah, I'm so glad you're here. There'll be more videos for you guys soon. Comment down below if there are any topics you want me to do next or talk about because I'd love to read those too. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye!